Imagine this. You wake up in a small village. The sun is barely rising. The birds are chirping. You are ready to start your day. But then you glance at the clock and realize you are already late. Sound familiar? Maybe you've rushed to get somewhere, or maybe you've let time slip away without realizing it. But what if I told you that time is the one thing you can never get back? What if I told you that how you use it shapes your future? Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jack. Jack lived in a village, just like the one I described. His home was made of mud, and his roof was covered in straw. The village was small, and everything there moved slowly. People didn't rush. They woke up with the sun and rested when it set. There were no big cities or noisy streets. Everything was simple, peaceful, and quiet. Jack was young, and like many young people, he did not fully understand the value of time. Every morning his mother would wake him up early. She would say, "Jack, it's time to get up. The sun is already rising. Don't waste the day." But Jack would always say, "Just 5 more minutes, Mum. I'm too tired." At first, his mother would smile and let him sleep. But after a few weeks, she began to notice something. Jack was always running late. He would skip breakfast, rush to the fields, and sometimes forget to water the plants. His work was never finished on time, and he started falling behind in everything he did. One day, Jack went to visit an old man who lived on the edge of the village. The old man's house was even simpler than Jack's. It was made from mud, and his roof was covered with thick grass. Jack had heard stories about the old man. People said he had lived in the village for many years and had learned the secrets of life. Jack wanted to know how the old man lived so peacefully and how he managed to do so much. The old man welcomed him in and asked him to sit by the fire. They talked for hours. Jack told the old man about his busy life, how he was always late, and how nothing ever seemed to get done on time. He asked, "How do you manage your time? How do you always seem so calm?" The old man smiled and said, "Let me show you something." He took Jack to a small garden behind his house. There, Jack saw a row of neatly planted vegetables, all growing in perfect lines. The old man explained, "I plant one seed every day. Just one. It doesn't take much time, but I always do it at the same time. Over the years, these small seeds have grown into this beautiful garden. It wasn't a rush. It was just steady work every day." Jack was amazed. "But how do you do so much with so little time?" he asked. The old man replied, "It's not about how much time you have. It's about how you use it. Time moves quickly, Jack. If you waste it today, you may not have it tomorrow. But if you use it wisely, little by little, you can make something great." For the next few weeks, Jack thought about the old man's words. He started waking up earlier. He no longer asked for 5 more minutes of sleep. Each day, he worked a little harder, focusing on one task at a time. He noticed something strange. His days became more peaceful. He was no longer rushing through life. He had time for breakfast, time for his work, and even time to help others in the village. Slowly, his life started to feel like the old man's garden. He was building something, day by day, without rushing. One evening, as Jack sat outside his home, he watched the sun set over the village. It was beautiful. And then, he realized something. He had never truly understood the value of time. Time wasn't something to be wasted or rushed through. It was something to be cherished. Each day was a gift. Jack began to share what he had learned with others in the village. He told his friends, "Time is not something we can hold in our hands. It slips away, second by second. But if we use it wisely, we can do great things." And from that day on, Jack never rushed. He woke up early, worked hard, and used every minute of the day carefully. He learned to value time not because it was precious, but because it was the one thing in life that could never be replaced. Now, think about your own life. How do you spend your time? Do you rush through the days, hoping to get to the next thing? Or do you take your time, making sure each moment counts? The lesson Jack learned in that small village is something we all need to hear. Time is a gift. It's the one thing you can never get back, so use it wisely. Don't waste your mornings or your afternoons. Use your time to grow, to learn, and to build something beautiful, just like Jack did. Remember, it's not how much time you have, it's how you use it.